Now you can see here this Haskell tspserver.cabal we will need to modify a little bit. And this is how to write a server in Haskell. Hey, what's going on everyone? This is BegBrace channel. My name is Amir and today we are going to create a TCP server in Haskell. And for that you will need the Cabal package manager. Now, Cabal package manager is exactly like the npm node package manager for Node.js, like pip for Python, like cargo for Rust, and so on. When you install Haskell, by default, Cabal is typically included. So Haskell bundles the Glasgow Haskell compiler, the GHC, along with several essential libraries and tools, including Cabal. And if you've installed GHC already using Haskell platform, you should already have Cabal. And of course, you can check out the GHC, the Glasgow Haskell compiler version. If you have this output, that means that you have GHC already and you are ready to rock and roll and write Haskell code. But with that, we need also to verify that Cabal package manager is installed. So you can do Cabal -- version and it should give you this output. Cabal install version 3.10.3.0, and that depends on the version of Haskell that you have installed. The version of Cabal also is going to be different. Alright, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and create our project in Haskell, and for that of course we're going to use Cabal. So as you can see, I have created a folder called Haskell TCP server. Inside that folder I'm going to create my project. And by the way, Cabal not only can initialize projects, but also to install packages. Exactly the same thing with npm, with pip, and with cargo. Okay, now to install packages in Haskell, we can do it either globally on our system or locally in our project. So if you want to do global installation on your system, you would do Cabal install and the name of the package. However, if I want to do local installation, which is project specific, I can do that by just navigating to my project directory, and in your terminal, you would do Cabal init. That's going to ask you some questions. What does the package build? We're going to say executable. Do you wish to overwrite existing files? Backups will be created. We can say no as the default. Now you want to choose the version of the Cabal specification to use. The default is version 3.0. Okay, so I'm going to just hit enter. Package name, Haskell TCP server, we're going to keep it like that. Package version, we're going to keep it as the default. For the license, I will choose MIT number 4. And the author name, that's BegBrace, okay. And email is begdevelopment@gmail.com, that's fine. The project homepage URL, I'm going to escape that. Project synopsis, also optional, that's not needed. And here, this is asking you the project category. So we're going to create a server. So I'm going to say 18, and we're going to say web server. The main entry point or module of the executable, that's going to be main.hs. And this is the application directory, and the application directory is going to be app. And also the language for my executable, that's going to be Haskell 2010. Add informative comments to each field in the Cabal file. We will choose to agree on that, yes. And here it tells you that you may want to edit the .cabal file and add a description field. Now, the Cabal file is the settings file. That's exactly like package.json in Node, cargo.toml in Rust, or pip.log in your Python project. So let me just minimize a little bit and let's see what we have. We have a folder called app. We have a file called changelog.markdown, Haskell TCP server.cabal. This is our settings file and our MIT license. Now, if you will navigate to the app, let's check out what we have. We have main.hs that we have chosen. So actually, we could have done that in simpler way. We could have said Cabal init -- package, and we could have done like that. Package name equal to Haskell web server, and with the flag is executable. That would have done the same exact thing, but without asking too much questions. Both ways actually are going to lead to the same result. So let me just get out of this app folder and let's check out, okay. And let me open this with Visual Studio Code. Now you can see here this Haskell tspserver.cabal we will need to modify a little bit. Now to create my web server, I will need Scotty. Scotty is a Haskell web framework that it's inspired by Ruby's Sinatra using WAI and WARP. And if you want to create a simple server, there you go. you will import web.scotty, main equal to Scotty port 3000, get the word do, beam path param word, and each time on that empty route you will change the name that's going to display the name. So Scotty, if you will type instead of beam, for instance, wake, that's going to be Scotty wake me up. So that's just the default to show you how simple and easy it is to create a server in Haskell. And you can see yourself that it's very elegant and easy to write. Okay, let's not waste time and start doing that. So the first thing that I want to do in the Cabal file is to add Scotty Web Framework. And I'm going to do that at the end of the file. So here we can write dependencies, right? For the dependencies, I want build depends, and I'm going to set it to base is more than or equal to 4.7 and less than 5. Okay, and also I need Scotty, of course. And that's basically it. So the base language which the package is written in is Haskell 2010. The Haskell source directory is the app directory. That's correct. The main file is the main.hs with the capital M. We are importing the warnings. That's very important, common warnings. And that's it, the other settings. So the maintainer, my email, the author's name, the license. So license file is license and the type is MIT, the version, the name. So everything basically that we have answered while we were initializing our project. All right, let's now go to main.hs and start writing some Haskell code. So first thing I want to do is I want to delete everything. Now I want to enable the use of text literals directly in the code. And I can do that using curly braces with 2 hyphens like that and 2 hashes. And here simply I will say language overloaded strings. All right, so that's the first thing. I'm enabling the use of text literals. So maybe I can add a comment. Now I want to import naturally the web.scotty. So let's import, that's web.scotty. Also, I want to import from monoid the mconcat. Now, if you have seen my Haskell course, you would understand what monoids are. So I want to import the mconcat for concatenating the monoid elements like the text. So to do that, I'm going to import from data monoid, and I'm determining that I need the mconcat. And all of these verbs should start by m. So you have mmt, mappend, mconcat, and so on. Now I will need my main entry point. So main io, and here I will need to initialize the Scotty Web Server on port 3000. So creating Scotty Web Server on port 3000. And I will say here main is equal to Scotty port 3000 $do. So the first thing I need to do is to define a route for HTTP GET requests to the root URL. To do that, I'm going to say simply get, so that's get request on an empty route $do. What we want to do, we want first of all to send a text response to the client. And that's exactly what tab 9 is suggesting. Return a simple text message like hello world, for example. But instead I'm going to say hello earth and change this a little bit. Haskell says hello earth. So that's going to be on an empty route. The next route we'll have is going to be written this way: get with /: word with the $, and do, of course. This is actually a dynamic route. So we're defining a route for HTTP GET requests with a dynamic this here, word. And in the URL, when you will change this word, that's going to be changed on the web page as well. So we're going to see that in action in a minute. Now I want to retrieve this dynamic word, right? whatever you're going to write on the URL, I want to store it in a variable. And that's going to be the path param. So this path param is going to be stored in a variable called beam, and beam is going to be injected in mconcat to display the word that you're typing in the URL. So path param word, and that's going to be stored actually in a variable called beam. Okay, it could be anything, but I'm just respecting what's being written in their website here. But that actually could be anything. This is a simple variable that's going to be substituted inside the h1 tag. And yeah, that's all what it is. The value that you're going to write, that's going to be stored in the variable, which is going to be plugged in the h1 tag. And I'm going to respond with that HTML content by concatenating the parts into a single HTML string by doing HTML $mconcat that we have imported from the monoid, and in square brackets like that, I'm going to open just double strings, h1 tag. I'm going to shut the h1 tag. All right. And inside here, I'm saying Scotty, comma, beam. That's the variable, double strings, and me up like that. All right. And that's everything we need to write. And this is how to write a server in Haskell. Now, before running the server, we need to run this command that I'm going to show you to just make sure that all dependencies, including Scotty that we have manually entered in our Cabal file, are correctly installed. And let's do Cabal update. All right, that didn't take too much actually. So what I want to do now is Cabal install -- only dependencies, right? Dependencies. Okay, let's hit enter. And that's probably going to take some time. So again, I'm going to pause the video here and get back when it's all done. All right, that's awesome. Now all of the dependencies are installed, we can build our project. To build your project in Haskell using Cabal, you would do Cabal build and hit enter, and that should start the build process. And there is something wrong during the build or the compilation, and I think because the O should be capital. So let me go to main.hs and change that to capital O. And I apologize for that, guys. Let's do Cabal build one more time. All right, and the build process is done. The compilation is done, 1 of 1, and 2 of 2, the linking. And let's clear the terminal. Now we need to run our server. To run your server, you will use again Cabal. So what you want to type is Cabal run and the name of our executable. Now, if you forgot or you're not sure of the name of your executable, you can open here in dist new style, in build, in build again, and you can find here you have Haskell TCP server.exe. So you'll need to run that actually. So Cabal run Haskell TCP server. Hit enter, and you have here this nice message telling you that setting phasers to stun port 3000. So what you need to do is just opening your browser and go to your localhost port 3000, hit enter, and there you go, guys. Haskell says hello earth. And all right, now if you would do / anything, just anything, tells you here Scotty anything me up. If you will change that, you'll say woke. That's going to be that Scotty woke me up. You can do anything. You can do dressed, Scotty dressed me up, whatever. And this is what we meant by dynamic route. Whatever you will type here, that's going to be displayed here. All right, and you can get back to your main route. Haskell says hello earth. All right, guys, and I think it's time to wrap up the video. On this note, thank you so much, guys, for watching the whole thing. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comment section below. And yeah, stay safe, and I will see you in the next video.